Good morning, everyone. Today I want to explore an idea that may resonate with many of us. Let's talk about why it seems that nice people, kind, generous, empathetic souls often end up feeling isolated or alone. It's not because being nice is a flaw, rather, it's a misunderstanding of power, boundaries, and self-worth. Being nice is a beautiful trait. The world needs more kindness, compassion, and people who genuinely care. But too often, nice people confuse selflessness with self-neglect. They give so much to others, leaving little to no energy for themselves. Their giving is unbalanced not because they lack love, but because they don't recognize the importance of receiving. And in this cycle, they can unknowingly teach others to take them for granted. Have you ever noticed how the nicest people often put others first, even at their own expense? They rarely ask for what they need. They say yes to avoid conflict, and it's okay when it clearly isn't. Over time, this pattern creates a gap between their kindness and their true desires. And while they're busy making everyone else feel seen, they might feel invisible themselves. The truth is, being nice isn't the problem. The problem arises when niceness isn't paired with boundaries. When we don't set boundaries, we allow others to define our worth, to determine how much we're valued. And here's the hard truth: people treat you the way you teach them to. If you don't value your own needs, why would anyone else? If you don't demand respect, why would anyone offer it? Nice people often end up alone because they don't assert their power. They confuse humility with passivity. They fear that if they stand up for themselves, they'll lose their relationships. But the irony is, true connection only comes when you're authentic, when you're unafraid to say, "This is who I am. This is what I need. And this is how I expect to be treated." To all the kind souls out there, remember this: you are not here to be a doormat. You are not here to sacrifice your happiness for the comfort of others. Kindness is not weakness, it's strength. But strength without balance is chaos. Your niceness will shine brighter when it's backed by confidence, self-respect, and an unwavering belief that you too deserve the love and care you freely give. You don't have to stop being nice. Instead, be nice to yourself first. Set boundaries that honor your time and energy. Speak up when something doesn't feel right. Learn to say no with love and conviction. And most importantly, surround yourself with people who see your kindness as a gift, not a convenience. The loneliness many nice people feel is not permanent. It's an invitation, a call to re-examine how you show up in the world and to claim the relationships you deserve. Be brave enough to demand more, because your kindness is far too precious to be overlooked. The world needs your light, but it also needs your strength. So stand tall, be kind, but never forget you are worthy of the same love and respect you give so freely. Niceness is often misunderstood because people mistake it for submission or lack of strength. Kind individuals may avoid confrontation, leading others to believe they lack resolve. This perception causes their intentions to be underestimated. Yet niceness stems from a conscious choice to uplift and support others. It's a powerful quality misinterpreted as fragility. Those who are kind frequently put the needs of others ahead of their own. They are the first to help, to listen, and to offer support even when they're struggling. This selflessness, while admirable, often goes unnoticed or unreciprocated. Over time, it can create an imbalance in their relationships. The generosity they extend outward is rarely matched by the care they show themselves. In many situations, society values loudness and dominance over quiet compassion. Assertive people are often seen as natural leaders, while kind individuals are overshadowed. This bias leaves nice people feeling unappreciated, even if they're essential to a group's harmony. Strength comes in many forms, but it's the louder traits that tend to get rewarded. Compassionate people must navigate this imbalance carefully. Loneliness arises not from being kind, but from neglecting one's own emotional needs. Nice individuals often suppress their desires to accommodate others, leaving themselves feeling empty. When they're always available, they risk creating shallow, one-sided connections. Their kindness becomes transactional instead of genuine and fulfilling. Without boundaries, this cycle can perpetuate isolation. Simply being nice doesn't guarantee respect or loyalty in relationships. People may admire your kindness but fail to reciprocate in meaningful ways. Without mutual respect, niceness can be seen as a convenience rather than a quality to cherish. This dynamic leads to frustration and feelings of being taken for granted. Respect must be built on balanced and intentional interactions. Conflict avoidance is a common trait of kind people, but it comes with a price. By prioritizing peace over honesty, they suppress their own needs and emotions. This can lead to resentment and frustration, even if they never express it outwardly. Over time, avoiding conflict weakens the foundation of their relationships. Addressing issues head-on is a form of kindness to oneself. Expressing feelings openly is often avoided by kind individuals who fear upsetting others. They bottle up emotions to preserve harmony, but this creates an emotional barrier. When they fail to share their inner world, others may misjudge their needs or desires. Authenticity requires vulnerability, which strengthens trust and connection. Suppressing emotions doesn't eliminate problems, it magnifies them. Generosity becomes a double-edged sword when it's not balanced with self-preservation. Overgiving creates unhealthy dynamics where others come to expect rather than appreciate the kindness. This imbalance leads to exhaustion and a sense of being undervalued. Giving should stem from abundance, not obligation or fear of rejection. Relationships thrive when both parties contribute equally. Saying yes too often, even to things that don't align with one's values or capacity, can be harmful. Nice people often agree out of a desire to help, even when it stretches them too thin. This habit can make them feel overburdened and unseen. Saying no is not a rejection of kindness, it's an affirmation of self-worth. It creates space for meaningful contributions. Many nice individuals fear rejection if they stand up for themselves. This fear drives them to conform, even when their boundaries are crossed. But self-sacrifice for the sake of approval often backfires, leading to dissatisfaction. The relationships built on authenticity, not people-pleasing, are the ones that last. Fear should not dictate the terms of connection. Without boundaries, kindness can be exploited or undervalued. Setting clear limits doesn't mean being less compassionate, it means ensuring fairness. Boundaries protect your energy while still allowing for meaningful generosity. They help establish mutual respect in relationships, creating healthier dynamics. Niceness shines brightest when paired with strength. The way people treat you is often a reflection of how you treat yourself. If you undervalue your time and needs, others will follow suit. By respecting yourself, you set the standard for others to respect you as well. Healthy relationships require this mutual acknowledgement of worth. Boundaries and self-respect go hand in hand. Limits are not barriers, they are guidelines for mutual understanding. They allow you to define what is acceptable and protect your emotional well-being. Boundaries empower others to engage with you in meaningful ways, ensuring balance. Without them, relationships often drift into patterns of expectation rather than appreciation. Healthy boundaries are a form of self-love. Mutual respect is the cornerstone of any lasting relationship. By valuing yourself, you encourage others to value you as well. Without respect, niceness can become an act of obligation rather than genuine connection. People are drawn to those who confidently assert their needs while remaining kind. Respect grows when both parties feel seen and valued. Learning to say no doesn't diminish your kindness, it amplifies it. Refusing what drains you makes room for more meaningful contributions elsewhere. It's an act of self-care that ensures you can give from a place of abundance. Saying no with love is a powerful form of boundary setting. It strengthens your relationships and reinforces your value. Overextending yourself can lead to feeling overlooked or undervalued. When kindness is given unconditionally, people may come to expect it without reciprocating. This dynamic creates emotional exhaustion and a sense of invisibility. True connection comes from balanced exchanges, not one-sided giving. Valuing your efforts teaches others to appreciate them. Sacrificing personal needs to make others happy often backfires. People might appreciate your efforts in the short term, but it creates long-term disconnection. Suppressing your desires for the sake of harmony diminishes authenticity. Real connection requires being honest about what you need and want. Balance in giving and receiving is key to fulfilling relationships. Giving too much often leaves kind people feeling like they're in the background. They're always there for others, but rarely feel supported in return. This imbalance can lead to feelings of isolation. Even in a crowd, relationships thrive when both parties feel equally valued. Being kind to yourself is just as important as being kind to others. Emotional neglect often stems from prioritizing others' needs over your own. Kind people focus so much on external relationships that they forget to nurture themselves. Over time, this leads to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential for balanced, fulfilling relationships. You cannot pour from an empty cup. True connection comes from mutual respect, not self-sacrifice. When people only see your kindness as a convenience, relationships become shallow. Depth in connection requires honesty, assertiveness, and self-respect. Kindness is a gift that must be exchanged, not exploited. To feel valued, you must first value yourself. Kindness paired with assertiveness creates a magnetic presence. People are drawn to those who are compassionate yet confident in their worth. You don't need to be aggressive to be powerful. Quiet strength speaks volumes. Being nice doesn't mean being a pushover, it means leading with empathy and respect. Balance is the key to impactful relationships. Respect starts with how you treat yourself. When you value your time and energy, others follow suit. By prioritizing your needs, you set a standard for how others interact with you. Self-respect is not arrogance, it's the foundation of healthy relationships. Nice people thrive when they align kindness with self-worth. Teaching others how to treat you begins with self-respect. By setting boundaries, you establish the rules for mutual interaction. Respect is earned when you confidently express your needs and limits. Kindness without self-worth creates an imbalance that can lead to exploitation. Valuing yourself empowers others to value you too. Confidence transforms kindness into an undeniable strength. When you pair compassion with self-assurance, you command respect without demanding it. People are naturally drawn to those who lead with kindness and conviction. Strength and softness can coexist, creating a balanced and powerful presence. True niceness is rooted in confidence. Prioritizing your happiness is not selfish, it's essential for your well-being. Nice people often sacrifice their joy for others, leaving themselves drained. To thrive, you must recognize that your needs matter just as much as anyone else's. Happiness radiates outward and enriches all your relationships. Be kind, but never forget to be kind to yourself first. Giving is a beautiful act, but it becomes harmful when it leaves you feeling drained. Nice people must learn to give from a place of joy and abundance, not guilt or obligation. When your generosity depletes you, it no longer serves its purpose. True giving is sustainable, balanced, and nourishes both the giver and the receiver. Protect your energy so your kindness remains authentic. Asking for what you need is a courageous act of self-respect. Many nice people hesitate, fearing they'll be seen as selfish or demanding. However, voicing your needs invites deeper understanding and connection. People cannot meet expectations they're unaware of, so clear communication is essential. Assertiveness doesn't negate kindness, it strengthens it. Saying no with grace is an act of self-preservation that empowers you. Nice people often agree to avoid guilt, but this leads to resentment and burnout. Declining doesn't make you less kind, it shows you value your time and well-being. A firm but kind no protects your energy for what truly matters. In choosing your battles, you protect your peace. Generosity should be appreciated, not expected. Over time, nice people may notice that their giving is taken for granted. When this happens, it's crucial to step back and reflect on whether the relationship is healthy. Relationships flourish when giving is mutual and heartfelt, not obligatory. Recognize your worth and offer your kindness where it's valued. Letting go of one-sided relationships is necessary for personal growth. While kindness compels you to give endlessly, not everyone reciprocates. Holding on to imbalanced connections only deepens feelings of loneliness. Walking away from those who drain you makes space for relationships that nourish you. Nice people deserve relationships where kindness flows both ways. Surrounding yourself with people who cherish your kindness transforms your life. Nice people often attract those who take advantage, but they also draw in genuine souls. By discerning who values you, you strengthen your circle. Prioritize connections with those who uplift and inspire you. Protecting your energy creates deeper, more meaningful bonds. Healthy relationships are built on balance, not sacrifice. When kindness flows both ways, it creates harmony and mutual respect. Nice people must learn to recognize when they're overextending themselves. Relationships thrive when effort is shared and intentions are aligned. Kindness is most impactful when it's exchanged, not one-sided. True relationships don't drain you, they energize and uplift you. If a connection feels heavy or one-sided, it's time to reassess its value. Nice people must learn to prioritize those who see their worth. Seek relationships that inspire you to grow and celebrate your authenticity. A balanced connection enhances your life rather than exhausting it. The best relationships honor kindness as a strength, not a tool. Nice people deserve to be appreciated for their compassion, not exploited for it. Surround yourself with people who see your kindness as a gift. Genuine connections are built on shared values and mutual respect. Recognizing your value attracts those who will cherish it. Giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. Nice people often excel at giving but struggle with accepting help or support. True balance comes from allowing yourself to receive with gratitude and without guilt. Mutual exchanges strengthen bonds and create lasting connections. Letting others care for you shows strength, not weakness. Kindness is a beautiful trait, but it should never come at the cost of your authenticity. Nice people often suppress their desires or opinions to avoid conflict. However, true connection requires honesty and vulnerability. When you honor your authentic self, you attract deeper and more meaningful relationships. Being true to yourself is the highest form of kindness. Expressing your desires with confidence strengthens your relationships. Many nice people fear being assertive, thinking it may disrupt harmony. However, voicing your needs fosters understanding and clarity. Authenticity creates trust and ensures your kindness is respected. Confidence paired with kindness leads to more fulfilling connections. Being vulnerable is a key part of forming authentic relationships. Nice people often hesitate to share their struggles, fearing they'll burden others, but vulnerability creates deeper bonds and allows others to support you in return. Sharing your truth doesn't weaken you, it invites understanding and connection. Authenticity begins where fear of judgment ends. Strength and kindness are not opposites, they complement each other beautifully. Nice people often feel they must choose between the two, but this isn't true. Strength amplifies your kindness, giving it weight and impact. When you combine compassion with self-assurance, you become a force for good. Balance these qualities, and you'll thrive in any relationship. You have the right to be seen, heard, and valued in every relationship. Nice people often feel invisible because they prioritize others' needs over their own. This selflessness, while noble, can lead to resentment if unbalanced. Speak up, claim your space, and ensure your voice matters. Kindness should never mean sacrificing your worth. Loneliness is an opportunity to reconnect with yourself. Nice people often give so much to others that they lose sight of their own needs. When alone, they can rediscover what makes them happy and fulfilled. This time of solitude can be transformative and empowering. Embrace it as a chance to strengthen your relationship with yourself. Solitude isn't always a bad thing, it can be a time for self-reflection. Nice people may initially feel isolated, but this space allows them to redefine their boundaries. Use this time to evaluate your priorities and rediscover your passions. Alone doesn't mean unloved, it means you have space to grow. Self-discovery begins when external noise quiets. Prioritizing your own needs is essential for maintaining emotional balance. Nice people often feel guilty for putting themselves first, but it's necessary for well-being. When you honor your needs, you're better equipped to support others. Self-care is not selfish, it's a vital form of self-love. Caring for yourself enhances the kindness you give. Loneliness can be reframed as a moment of self-growth and empowerment. Instead of focusing on who isn't there, nice people can focus on building their own happiness. This time can be used to nurture passions, set goals, and strengthen self-worth. Embracing solitude helps prepare for deeper, more fulfilling connections in the future. Growth starts within. The feeling of isolation is temporary and holds lessons for personal evolution. Nice people often feel lonely when their kindness is misunderstood or exploited. This is a sign to reevaluate relationships and redirect energy inward. Use this time to build resilience and self-awareness. The right people will come when you honor your own worth. The world benefits from kind people who value themselves. When nice people respect their own needs, their kindness becomes more powerful. They inspire others to do the same and create healthier, more balanced relationships. Kindness combined with self-worth can change lives, starting with your own. Empower yourself and your impact will ripple outward. Self-compassion is the foundation of true kindness. Nice people must treat themselves with the same care and understanding they offer others. This practice strengthens emotional resilience and prevents feelings of burnout or neglect. When you love yourself, your kindness is more sustainable and impactful. Your relationship with yourself sets the tone for all others. Nice people often underestimate the transformative power of reclaiming their worth. When you pair kindness with confidence, you become a beacon of positivity and strength. This shift inspires others to respect and value you more deeply. Empowerment doesn't mean abandoning kindness, it enhances it. Reclaim your worth and watch your relationships flourish. Being nice is not a flaw, it's a strength that requires balance. Nice people must recognize that they deserve as much as they give. When kindness is paired with self-respect, it creates a harmonious life. You have the power to uplift others without losing yourself. Balance is the secret to thriving as a kind person. The journey to self-love is the key to attracting meaningful connections. Nice people often feel lonely because they forget to prioritize themselves. When you love yourself, the right people will naturally be drawn to your energy. Kindness starts within and radiates outward, creating fulfilling and genuine relationships. Love yourself first, and the rest will follow.